Okay, we are currently in the last bit of content that we have received for the 11th anniversary. With the 8th anniversary EZA'S, we have a ton of new difficult fights like the Jiren fight. This seems very tough. We have a new additions to red zones like the artificial life form missions, but there's still quite some stuff missing. So we go to Rick here. He's saying the player's choice battle isn't mentioned in the upcoming content posts, so they are hiding it for one more content drop or EX part. So this was something stated during the broadcast live stream 11th anniversary. It is not in the game yet and wasn't in this data download, which means that we're not getting anything for the rest of this week, and it's likely going to pop up starting next week, but not interrupt the next celebration. He also states that all home screen banner end dates related to the 11th anniversary are ending on March 10th. So if we go to our calendar right here, we are probably going to get a news notice maybe late Saturday or late Sunday nights going into Monday, showing the last bit of content we're getting for the 11th anniversary, maybe like a thank you, which we can get into. So just want to go ahead and get in, so 10th anniversary, the EX celebration started on March 3rd, and with this in the news, they went into going into Daima, and this banner Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta essentially came out on the 4th or 5th, and this was tied to the 10th anniversary, but I mean it's the EX of the 10th anniversary, and with this the EZA like the GT duo, which was very nice. And so really the Dokkan Fest right after 11th anniversary or any anniversary ends up being on the 4th or 5th. So with this, they went with Daima and they tied in the EZA's for the GT Duo. Yeah, see, he dropped on March 3rd. And if we go to the 9th anniversary, this was like sort of their sort of EX thank you for the whole 9th anniversary. They gave out a bunch of stones and rewards, which we can expect for this one as well. And then they dropped the EZA's for Strength Vegito and Physical Buhan, which over here, yeah, see, they EZA'd on March 1st at 2 in the morning. And this was part of going into First Form Frieza, who was a Dokkan Fest right after the 9th anniversary, and he came out on March 5th. So usually, coming up, I would say probably on, maybe Saturday night or Sunday night, maybe we could get a news notice about a potential EZA, and maybe like if they put in the data the new unit, like if we get to like the data download showing EZA for characters I want to show in a minute, we might get also the new character. So I just want to go over a quick pick about what we could possibly see and what I would like to see. And first we will just go into okay, so let's say the thank you EX news comes out Sunday the 1st or 28th at night, right? What if we see a Oob, TUR Oob or LR Oob, and he's scheduled to come out March 4th or 3rd, but tied to him we see part of the 11th anniversary they're going to EZA this full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku and AGL Omega Shenron. This is also buffing the part 2 GTs and as well the 8th anniversary GT Spirit Bomb who just EZA'd. This guy EZA'ing would really help out the 11th anniversary, help out the GT units that are here, and as well, it ties in with the next Dokkan Fest coming up after the anniversary being, for this pick I just went with Oob. I really have no idea who else I would pick for a GT sided character, but right here I'm just going with Oob. But that's just one example. I mean, really I'm just finding any excuse to get this guy in the anniversary, because this guy, still to this day, people try and get away with using him, which you really can. This guy's standby is pretty very defensive even today. His first turn in slot 1, he has tons of guard and damage reduction. I mean, GT would be so fun to use right now. So that's my first pick to use. And my next pick goes into, everyone is kind of looking at these guys right now. Where are they? Because usually it's kind of how the 9th anniversary was. These were the worldwide units 2 years ago, and it made sense for them to EZA. And Cooler and people were expecting these guys, me myself included, were expecting these guys to be in the anniversary at some point, and they just weren't here. Now, my take with this is I don't really know if we're going to see these guys. I think we could see Super Saiyan 4 Goku over these guys, because I think a worldwide celebration of this year being Namek and Resurrection F seems very likely, because none of them were in the anniversary. And with this, I just seen, so yeah, we get the news. These guys are EZAing March 1st, And what if, the Dokkan Fest in the data download coming out on March 4th or 5th would be like a full power Bojack? It ties in with movies. It really has nothing to do with the anniversaries. I guess you can make that sense, but neither did ninth anniversary Vegito and Buhan. Because ninth anniversary was, well, I guess Super Gogeta was there from the Broly movie. I mean, if you wanted to make that, but it's really just trying to get these guys in here. Cooler, I would hate for him to come out right now, though, because he has no one to pair up with. I didn't want to go with like a Dokkan Fest Cooler if this popped up, because I think these guys are probably going to wait another 6 months for GDC. If we get like Namek Frieza, this guy would have a great linking partner, but this is just one outcome I have. Bojack, Cooler movie worldwide. The next, which I really want to see, these guys, Super EZA here with the, UI Goku Part 2, with sort of like the Universe Survival Saga theme and all the events, like, these guys would be very, very exciting. This guy still has like a turn 100% chance to dodge. I mean, this guy could, with all of his additionals, could just be like 4 guaranteed additional supers guaranteed critting in this form. This would make a lot of sense. I wouldn't be surprised if this was in the use as Super EZA of both of these guys. And the Dokkan Fest I wanted to pick here, for March 4th or 5th would be either a TUR or LR Kefla. They have dodged Kefla for multiple times now with, earlier in the last year, we got the tag Khalifa and Kale, and they just didn't want to show off a fusion. Like, the fusion in the Kefla would help that character out so much in terms of sales and stuff. It just made no sense why they're dodging Kefla right now. She has been always tied to these transformation cards, and they're kind of been always underwhelming. What year did this Kefla, like, this was like a 2022 character, maybe. And then like I just picked up, like, Kefla is very misunderused in this game. It's shocking, but Dokkan Fest LR or TR Kefla. The reason why I'm saying TR or LR is because, I mean, the EX is kind of going to be tied to the anniversary. So, and we've seen throughout the GDC of this year, they just tagged on the LR Gohan, Trunks, and Goten as an LR for no reason as part of GDC. So, I mean, like, why not just throw an LR in here? And I mean, them Super easing with this set characters, that would make this anniversary just 10 times better. But yeah, I would expect that, maybe, again, the 28th or 1st, sometime we get the news notice of 11th anniversary EX. We'll get the players' choice battles, content up through here, the March 4th. And with a new, Super EZA or big time EZA, like, these guys. And then we go right into the next Dokkan Fest March 5th. So expect that as well. I can just put this back up on screen. We're going to get, it looks like probably 30 free stones, a bunch of Kais, orbs. That's every anniversary. So we are close. I mean, this was put out on the 29th. So be ready to see something on the weekend going into next week about a potential new EZA, Super EZA, a sneak of who the next Dokkan Fest is if they put it in the data download. Because this guy was in the data download with Super Vegito and Buhan. So yeah, let me guys know who you think you want to see for the next Dokkan Fest. Also, a big time EZA you want to see to wrap up the anniversary. This anniversary is lacking very heavily. They just now put out content for us to play, which it's kind of already over with. But yeah, thank you all for watching.